What is up, guys? Alex here, back to you with another Starcraft 2 video and more. And today for you guys, I am actually, wait, let me switch the point of view. Okay, this is my point of view now. I'm not gonna move anything. Okay, I am playing random this week simply because Starcraft 2 is free to play, and I'm assuming there's a lot of new players out there that are confused to the new races and are racist, and I am introducing all of the function and abilities of each race. And since I'm a Terran, my main is Terran. I'm showcasing all of my off races first, so Protoss is first, and then Zerg, and then after that I will continue to upload Terran videos, and sometimes in intervals some Dota 2 or Heroes of the Storm videos, or even some off racing if I'm feeling up to it, because I'm actually liking the Protoss pieces right now, because of the shield battery. I don't use it that much, but um early game for Protoss is definitely very strong. So okay, now for the new players out there, what I just did was on 14 supply, create a pylon. Now, okay, here's a tricky thing about Protoss. Okay, you see the Chronobus ability on the Nexus, right? And you're thinking, oh, it's gonna build my things faster, so I should use it. The very first thing I should do is Chronoboost my Nexus, so I get a lot of probes. Well, the negative side effect for that is when you chrono boost too early in the game, you will get supply block. So my first tip for you Protoss players out there who are wanting to be a Protoss player, um chrono boost right after you get your first pylon. The moment you get your first pylon, chrono boost your Nexus, and you will not get supply block if you keep up with your resources and such. Okay, now the build order. After I build my pylon, I gathered enough resources to build a gateway first, and then as soon as I get 75 minerals, I get an assimilator. After that, I mine, and then I get 178 or 75 or so minerals, and then I create another gateway while this one is still producing. You can see it in the video that I am making right now. You can see the replays, but that is basically what I did, and then I took the second gas after that, and then immediately after I get my cybernetic score, I start the warp gate research. Um, so yeah, these two stalkers are your main defense in the early game. Okay, you will not spend any more dime than these stalkers for for attacking units, except for probes. You're gonna produce probes non-stop, and then you're gonna stop with these two stalkers in the early game, and maybe a few shield batteries or more if you scouted something wrong with your Protoss opponent right here. Now, a good rule of thumb in Protoss, in us playing for Protoss is tip number 2 for you guys. You actually at least have to have 4 gateways out before your cybernetic score warp gate research finishes. 4 or 3 gateways is perfect. But for me, my preference is 4. I am actually not into the Stargate play or any of those fancy things that those pros do. But right after those two extra gateways, and right after my warp gate, uh my my warp gate warp gate research is done, I actually warped in a robotics facility. um Robotics facility is a very 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 important tech structure in Protoss army composition. The reason why, they provide immortals, which are great at armors. armored units. They provide colossus, great against light units, bio unit for example, and disruptors as well, and observers and warp prisms. So very useful this little robotics facility here. Um, so let's talk about Protoss compositions. Um, Protoss compositions are very unique to each race you go against. For example, today I'm going against a Protoss, a Crow Protoss, so I'm going very heavy on the Stalkers and the Immortals as well. But I'm prioritizing my observers first, and you should do too. Observers are very important in a game. You can see um every every little detail your opponent has if you make enough observers. I'm actually
You
making
must
two
construct additions,
observers.
my lord.
I'm making one for my army and one for scouting. Okay, and after that, pure immortals. And yeah, uh, you actually just need to keep building SCVs at this point, and get your upgrades. Blink is an important upgrade for stalkers, and I really recommend researching it about 6 minutes. 6 minutes, you should have at least started blink. Okay. Um. Okay. Now, okay, a new tip for you guys. I got two new tips for you, so I'm gonna pause right now. Okay, if you go to the escape tab, if you go to the escape tab, how do I? Okay, F11, F12. Nope. How do I pause? F9, F10. Come on, bro. F8, F5. How do I? How do I? Okay, there we go. There we go. Finally. Okay, sorry about that, guys. New options. Okay, go to options, guys. All of you new players go out there. Go to options and go to gameplay. As you can see, you should enable enemy unit selection. What this means is you can actually click an enemy unit and see every little detail that it has. Now, why is it so useful, you ask? Well, let's see here. You're planning to move out. Okay, you're like, oh my god, I have a big army, and then your observer sees like, oh, we got a small army. Well, if you actually enable the the always enable to click an enemy unit or even structures for that matter, you will actually see their upgrades while you're clicking them. And just in case you didn't know, if you are behind an upgrade, you will most certainly lose a fight. Um, um, uh, if you don't lose that fight, good for you, man. That can only happen very rarely in a game of Starcraft. So enable that the unit selection option in the menu, and it will improve your gameplay quite a lot, and you will gauge how far ahead you and your opponent are compared to each other. Now, okay, another tip for you guys, Protoss player out there, is to place your pylons on the edge of your base. This I do this with Terran actually. I put some supply depots here and a few turrets, but I use pylons as
I
Protoss, and I
return to
actually use this for
serve.
a couple reasons. I used to do it for proton overcharge with the mothership core, but it's not that there anymore.
In the shadows.
I use it for mainly gateway placement. This allows you to gauge a lot of space for your gateways, as you can see what I am doing right now. I built a bi- I built a second robotics facility. As I can see, I'm seeing a dark Templar here, so I will. Good thing I made those two observers. So that's a very useful tip. Make two observers at least in a game, and just in case your scouting observer dies, you can make three or maybe even four to make sure you have at
Upgrade
least one
complete.
observer following your army or your bases at home in case of banshees or DTs in this case. Now, why am I
Research
doing
complete.
for um two, what do you call this, two immortals at a time. Well, immortals do the bleh, I'm messing up. Immortals deal extra damage against armored, and most of, if you didn't know, most of
Mineral
the
feed
Protoss
depleted.
Protoss units are in fact armored. So if you get a significant amount of immortals, you
I
will
return to
indeed
serve.
win this game. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I am while I'm doing everything here, I'm doing my production,
Mineral
I'm doing
feed
the
depleted.
immortals, I'm doing the third base. Um, I'm actually researching and continuing researching upgrades because
Mineral
as you
feed
can see, he
depleted.
only has he has 1-1, I believe. He has at least 1-1, right? He has at least 1-1, but one is for his shield, so that's not good. Um, so as you can see, he is also producing
Your probes are
two
under attack.
two immortals right here. And okay, this is a mistake that I made. My army was a
Mineral
little bit
feed.
out of position, and if you didn't know, observers are extremely slow. So he was able to kill my third base. Luckily, he didn't kill a lot of probes in the process. Um, my observer are having a little bit of trouble catching up to the DTs. So yeah, he was able to get away with killing
I
my third
return
base,
to
but that's not too
serve.
bad. I have a lot of um minerals here, as you can see. If you're wondering why I don't have as much minerals as he does, it's or oh yeah, not as much minerals as he does. It's because I spend my money quite a bit. That's a good tip for all of you beginners out there. Spend your money. Don't just stack it
Your
up.
probes are under
Um,
attack.
the money are not there just to be, just to
Upgrade
sit there
complete.
on your production tab or your resource tab. It's supposed to be used. Okay. Now,
Upgrade
as you can
complete.
see, army supply we're kind of pretty even, but me, I am ahead because I have two to upgrade and he has 1-1 only, right? How do I? You can actually see in the production tab, I am actually
Research complete.
producing significantly more than my opponent, which is the key in winning Starcraft. Now, I am a little bit overprotective. I'm building a little bit of photon cannons for in case of the Dark Templars return. But at this point, I am a little bit forgetting about my upgrades. But Rule 101, keep your money low. The lower your money is, and that's relatively speaking, okay? Not because
I
your
return
money
to
is low, you're
serve.
ahead. What I mean by keeping your money low is that you have three bases, you have a insurmountable amount of income coming in, but the resources that you are receiving in this um lower middle um of your game, or
Research complete.
wherever your resources are suspended, it should be very low. Okay, you should spend your money wisely and spend your money always. Okay. Now, I am making more SCVs. I almost make I said SCVs. I am always making a little bit more of the cannons and the workers. More workers are always good. And right now I'm planning an attack. Okay, okay. Before this attack happens, I want you guys, Protoss players out there, to remember always, as much as possible, bring a warp prism. A warp prism is basically a portable pylon which you can warp in from. The only downside is it doesn't warp as fast as a super pylon. A super pylon is where a pylon is sitting close next to a nexus and warps. It's warps faster than a normal warping would if the pylon was, say, away from the nexus. Okay, it's either bring a warp prism or bring a probe and create a pylon right there, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to reinforce your army in the battlefield, except from walking the distance from here to there, which is gonna take a lot of time. In which, in all honesty, maybe your army is already dead. So yeah, that's another tip for you guys. Okay, and then some of you guys may ask me, when is the best time for moving out like this? Okay, and I would say gauge everything around the map. Okay, I'll pause right here because this is where the game ends. I win here. I want to talk a little bit more. So let's just say hypothetically, you don't move your. I'm so stupid. You don't move your observer out of the place, and you see everything in place and everything there, and you see um the guys upgrades and stuff. Uh, and then you see, hey, I'm kind of a bit ahead in upgrades. So what I recommend the most is move out, guys, when upgrade is finishing. Move out when Blink is finishing. Move out when Tutu is finishing. Move out when a storm is finishing. The storm. Move up when extended thermal life finishes. And always never forget to bring a warp prism into the fight. Now, as you can see, his army is quite large, but mine is bigger and more upgraded than his army is. We both have blink. We didn't blink. I didn't really clearly utilize blink this much this game, but trust me, guys, it is very useful in a game. So yeah, that's it. I won. If you guys found this tutorial very useful, thank you so much for watching this, guys. I will have a Zerg and Terran beginners tutorial, if that's what you call it, tutorial to for the new players that are coming in for StarCraft free to play. Now, if you don't know that StarCraft is free to play, click the link down below. That link will lead you to a site in StarCraft where it's free. You can download it for free and you can play for free unranked, and you can actually there's a requirement to keep the rank portion. But anyways, guys, see you guys next time. Peace.